Hey everyone, Selena here, founder, host, lead educator with the American Crochet Association. I'm also the writer of the Granny Square Market Bag, which is our current crochet along, and I'm here to talk about the next part in that crochet along. So if you are watching live, come on over, say hey, say hello, tell me where you're viewing from. If you have any questions about this crochet along, you can either click on the link in the video description for all the details, and if there's something you think I'm missing, just let me know in the comments and I'll get to you as soon as I see it, okay? All right, so I am streaming this in quite a few places. I think I can see all of your comments. I'm sure. Yes. Okay. So we're up. We're ready to go. All right. Sorry, I was just checking some things. And I've got a giveaway for you guys. For everybody who is watching live, go ahead and post a comment. Any comment counts. One of you guys is going to win a $50 shopping spree to my pattern shop. All you have to do is leave a comment. The more comments you leave, the more chances you have to win. I'm going to randomly pick one of you guys from the comments as soon as this live is over. So you guys get prizes for participating. So make sure you participate, all right? Okay, so again, click on the link in the video description. It's going to take you to this document. And that's going to give you all the details for this crochet along, what we're making, what the dates are, the different parts, where you can get the pattern. You guys can view this pattern for free on the American Crochet Association site. It tells you everything that you need to know to make this. If you're like, nope, want a PDF, would rather have that, I've got you. You guys can get this on Ravelry. That's where you can download the PDF. There's also a coupon. Coupon is in the document, so make sure you snag that. Whenever you do get the pattern, the PDF, it also comes with a stitch diagram so you can see what that granny square looks like. And it also comes with a joining diagram as well. So some helpful additional resources there if you need. I really love all of the projects that you guys have posted so far. 83 projects posted so far. So pat yourselves on the back. You guys are doing amazing. I super love that everyone who's following along, we've got a little dichotomy going on here. It's either I've made 1,000 granny squares, have not thought about ever making a tote bag, I'm in. Or I've never made a granny square, why wouldn't I make a tote bag? I'm in. So no matter where you are on that dichotomy or in that spectrum, whether you love granny squares or dislike granny squares, whether you've ever made one before or not, hopefully this crochet along challenge is fun. Hopefully we're learning some things. Hopefully I'm passing on some tips that will not only help you in this crochet along challenge, but in other crochet projects too. So hopefully you guys are really enjoying yourselves. Whether you're following along with yarn and hook in hand or just along for the entertainment of the ride, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Okay, so before I dive into the tips today, I see quite a few of you guys are here. Again, I'm giving away a $50 pattern shopping spree to someone here live. So keep those comments coming because all of your comments count as an entry. I'm randomly going to pick one of you guys at the end of this live. So keep those comments coming. All right, some shout outs before we get started, like to my crochet friend, Amanda Woodbury. So good to see you. Monica Mercado, always so good to see you. Hello, Danette. Donna G is here. June Marshall is here. Sophie is checking in. Shalina is here. Maury is from Illinois. Monica says excited for the handle option. Yeah, I've got some options for you guys. I'm really excited to go over them. And I really think that this particular section, if you want to do something a little different, a little fun, a little interesting, hopefully some of these options will get you on that journey to individualism. Dana's here listening. Dana, so good to see you. Amanda says, sweet, love shopping sprees. Yeah, somebody's going to win that shopping spree. And the last comment I see is from Diana. Hello, Diana from Georgia, who is listening in their car while their husband is driving. Drive safe. Hope you enjoy. All right, everybody. So we're at the part of the crochet along to where part 1, we talked about yarn. Part 2, we talked about joining. We talked about creating granny squares, and I gave you guys a few different options for creating granny squares. Part 3 was joining those squares together. I gave you guys 9 different ways to join crochet squares together, specifically granny squares together. There's a video tutorial for each one, and I even gave you guys a bonus of what I did in the corners. And some of you guys were like, hold on. what do you do when you get to the corner? So I also made a little video tutorial for that. So today is the 12th of June. We are talking about tote handle options. And honestly, whenever I first made this bag back in, when did I make this bag? 2021. A lifetime ago, it feels like. Whenever I first made this, I made it one specific way. I made 3 granny squares, and those 3 granny squares joined together, and that was it. And I thought, that's perfect. It's great. I love it. Here we go. Something that I love about Ravelry is that all the projects that you guys post. And as you guys were posting your projects for this, some of you guys were like, you know what? I dig it. I dig this bag, but I feel like in between the 2 granny squares that join on the top, I feel like there needs to be a little bit of extra fabric there. I'm going to add that in. So I was so this next section of even talking about purse straps, extensions, purse handles, and all that was inspired by you guys posting your projects to Ravelry and adding in those notes. So this whole section goes out to the community really for just even inspiring me and even giving me that idea that this was a possibility. My internet is not cooperating right now, so I cannot show you. But when you guys click on over to the Ravelry link, you guys can view all of these different finished projects with, you know, all the different handle options and stuff like that. Okay. So as the pattern is written, again, it is just here. Let me get a, hold on. Let me get to here. This is what I want to get to. There we go. A little bit. Okay. So this is what it looks like here. Granny square 1, granny square 2, granny square 3. I hear my grandson calling me. And Papa's supposed to be watching him. Is everything okay? Oh, they're hanging out together. That's what... Hey, everybody on the live. So they're hanging out together downstairs. He comes out of the room and he's calling me. But Papa just ushered him back. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's the live for you guys. Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, so the original pattern, the original design, if you follow the instructions exactly, just these 3 granny squares are together, okay? So where those granny squares meet is right up here on the shoulder. That's what this is right here. And you have room right here. Hey, you can't be on camera, but do you want to say hi? Hi, buddy. Hey, you want to say hi to everybody? You want to just say hi real loud? I know, I heard. I had to stop I got a live audience over here. Hey. Say hi, Nona. Hi, buddy. Is Papa being nice to you? Oh, of course, right now. I know. Tell Papa to get you a snack. You want some water? Down. All right, let me finish this up. Let me tell the world how to make this bag, and then we'll do fun things, okay? I thought you were resting. I know, this is heartbreaking. I'll be right there, okay? I'll be there in a second. Tell Papa to get you a snack. You want cheese? He said he wants water. Water? Well, we're making bags and we're Nobody better yell at me in the comments. This is life. This is why I don't schedule things. This is why you guys get what you get. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope this is entertaining for everyone. For anyone who has kids or grandkids, you get it. For anyone else, don't come at me. Don't yell at me. You get what you get. Okay. All right. So, handle options. You guys can follow the instructions. Make this bag exactly as you see it, and there is nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, if you're not sure what you want to do, but you know you want to make this bag, but you want to play around with some things, make the 3 bags, make the 3 squares, join them together, and definitely follow the bit with the border, okay? I call it the border in the instructions, because what the border does is it does clean up that edge. And when I say clean up that edge, it tidies up that edge with just slip stitching. And as you're slip stitching, you're going to slip stitch these two sides together on one side with the slip stitching, and that's actually what's going to join these two together. Then you're going to flip it around, you're going to slip stitch around the other side. Now, if you're unsure what you want to do and you're not really sure what you want to do with the handles and all that, whenever you do that border and you join them together, leave your tail ends long enough to fasten them off on the inside and just kind of leave them dangling on the inside, okay? I approve. It's fine, all right? And then just wear the bag for a minute, wear it for a day, go out for an outing, see what you think. Maybe you love it as is. Maybe you're like, you know what? It doesn't need anything extra. This is just fine the way that it is. You could totally do that, okay? Or if you're like, I want it to be longer, I don't want it to, because there is a little bit of fabric up here whenever you do that. So it's not perfectly flat and, there's a little bit, right? So if you don't love that, if you want it to be longer, if there's anything like that, here's where it gets spicy, all right? So what we're going to start with first are some crochet options that you can do. And I've actually made this bag 3 times. I made it, of course, the first time as per the pattern, and then I made it 2 additional times, and each one of those times I made the handle different. So everything that I'm telling you here, I made notes in my projects, and if you want to follow that along exactly, you can do that with those notes that I have here in my projects to follow that along. So let's start with the last one that I did, okay? Which is this purple one right here. So this purple one right here this is actually the one that I hang on my wall because I love it so much, okay? And you see I've added in, so the bag would actually just be, it would complete like this, but I did add this extra strap, and I did it the way most people would probably do it if I didn't tell you guys otherwise, which is I started on one side at 1 chain 3 space, and I worked a single crochet into each chain, so 3 across, and then I just worked rows, which honestly is not my favorite way to do purse straps. Whenever you're doing rows like this, there's going to be more stretch, there's going to be more give, and it's not going to, that in itself is not going to give you the durability of the kind of strap that you need for something like this. So the exception to that is that I did that. I just did 3 single crochet across because there's a chain 3 space. And then I just did however many rows I wanted to give the length that I needed. Okay. So for this, it's probably like, I don't know, like 10, 12 inches, something like that. And then after I did that, then I completed the border instructions, and the border instructions just stayed a slip stitch going all the way around. And whenever I slip stitch going all the way around, I did so on each side of the strap. So therefore, the slip stitches are not only on the sides of the strap, but it joins to the bag. So it's just giving us that much more durability, and there isn't going to be any stretch in this handle. Now, this particular yarn is a cotton blend, so there's some bounce to this thing. And I don't want that bounce. So that's why I went down a few sizes in terms of the hook. And I, especially in the single crochet rows right here. And then I added in some of those slip stitches. And that's what gives me this nice bag, this nice sturdy strap right here. So that's one way to do it. And again, you can follow the notes that I put in my project on Ravelry if you want to follow this exactly. Okay. All right, so another thing that I did, and this is a little trickier, so I did not update my project with this, but here's another way you can do a strap. And I didn't add it in my project because, again, it was not my favorite, okay? So what I did here is I created my bag, I did my 3 squares, joined my squares, and then I chained however many this is. I don't know, it's 30 or something like that. However long you want your strap to be. And, you can kind of weigh it out. Like, how long do I want my strap? Where do I want it to lay? You can kind of feel it out. So I chained, and then I just did 3 rows of single crochet. And then I just left really long tail ends, whip stitched it over here, whip stitched it over here. And then I did the slip stitch border going all the way around. And that really just kind of helped make sure this strap is really attached to this bag in a way that doesn't really have any movement. That wasn't really my favorite just because I don't really like the look of the 3 rows. There was something about it that just made me feel like it was an afterthought. So it is something that I did. It is on this bag. I have left it, but isn't really my favorite for those reasons. So even though I don't like the look of the rows going this way, or I don't really like that construction, I think I preferred it here. And that's just in terms of visually speaking. I think both of these are pretty sturdy. I think both of them are pretty strong, but I would pass this one on over this one. Does that make sense? This one, I think that it was that I created it separately and then I added it on. It just made me feel like it wasn't as cohesive as this one. Anyway, that's just kind of my own thoughts and my feelings. Okay. Last one is the one that I'm probably most excited about. Maybe because it's the most recent one that I just did, but I think it's pretty cool. So for this crochet along, I knew that I wanted to do a detachable strap of some kind or something completely different. So what I did is I made my 3 squares, joined my 3 squares. Then, because I knew that I was going to have a strap that was detachable, and this is, look at this, lobster claws. It comes off. I just think that's really cool. I love that. Okay, so I can add on another one, which I have another bag strap that I'm going to put on this. I haven't yet, but I will. Okay, so I use these lobster claws. I'll tell you guys more about it in just a second. And then I attach them into the chain 3 spaces, right? Because it just was a really natural place to put them, and it's pretty secure. But I did go around the fabric with that slip stitch border. So I definitely did that, but I did it instead of doing one side and connecting, doing the other side and connecting. I did not do that as per the pattern. So really I could just go in one round with the slip stitching. I started at one point down here, went up the side down, went up and down, and then just attached. So really it's just one round of slip stitching if you do it with a handle like this. So for this one, I wanted this to match my fabric, and so I used the same yarn, the same color, of course. And then I got these lobster claws. So I got these in the bag making section at probably like Joann's or Michael's or something like that. So it's a lobster claw on one side, and then it's just got this oval on the other because it's supposed to be for a lanyard or a purse or something like that. And I like this idea. I like the color. I like the idea. I thought this hits. I like it. I could have made my strap even wider by a few rows, but I thought, well, this is good. I'll stop here. But as you can see, it could probably be like another 1/4 inch or something like that. So you could make a pretty wide strap if you choose to do something like this. So people have a love-hate with this particular strap, but I've actually done this for a few of my bags, and it's one of my favorite straps so far. So for this, you can chain however many you want for however long you want your strap to be. I wanted mine to be about 10, 12 inches. So for me, with my G-hook, I chained 46. All of this is in the project over here. And then I just went over each row with just doing slip stitches in the back loop only. And it creates this really nice fabric that doesn't have a lot of stretch, and it's really attractive from either side. Yes, it's slip stitches in the back loop only, but I think it works up pretty quick, especially when you get into a rhythm, and you only need like 6 to 10 rows, depending on how wide you want it. I made mine 6 rows, but really, again, I could have made it like 10 for an extra wide. So this is probably one of my favorites, especially because I attached it to these little lobster claws right here. I did not have to attach it to the lobster claws. If you don't have any hardware, you don't want to use hardware, you can simply attach it. You can sew it to the bag, and then you could even, as an extra measure, you could go around the bag with that slip stitch, border going all the way around if you want to. So that's probably one of my favorites in terms of crochet, but those are 4 different crochet options that I've given you so far. You can either follow the pattern exactly. There's no extension. You can add an extension like this using slip stitch in the back loop only. You can do single crochet in rows, long rows like that, or you can do an extension in terms of like, single crochet in a piece of fabric and then attaching it on. So you can get really creative with what your addition looks like if you want. But just like the purse fabric that you're making, you want this strap to be durable, and however you're attaching it to your bag, you want to make sure that that's going to be durable. And then don't skimp on that slip stitch border, because that slip stitch border is not only going to keep this particular fabric intact and keep it from drooping, but it's also going to make sure that whatever kind of strap, whatever kind of handle you use, that they're all being bonded together in a way that works. Okay. So one last thing that I wanted to show you guys, and I'm going to share this link with you, was that I love purse handles. And I've been saving my favorites, and I'm going to share this link with you guys. So if you don't want to crochet a purse handle, or if you just want to if you want to add in something that kind of a faux leather look or something like that. Oh, my internet, I can't. Whenever I do lives, the grandkids in the internet, they don't cooperate. Okay, so this is kind of a longer purse strap. It's about 19.5 inches, so it's a little longer, right? But I love that it's got the lobster claws on the ends, and it comes in black or this camel color. So if you just want to make your bag and get a strap like this is a pretty affordable option for you to do something like that. So there's another, or you can go extra, extra. I'm going to order these. I am so excited about these. You can go extra, extra and get purse straps like these that have like the wooden extra pieces on them. And, you know, these end pieces right here, the circles. I mean, really, you can just kind of like whip stitch them. I mean, I would whip like, I don't know, 20, 30 wraps or something like that. Or you can crochet around this, like, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 stitches. I don't know. You can do single crochet around, and then those single crochet stitches, you can whip stitch those to your bag. So I think that there's lots of interesting things you can do to attach something like this to your crochet bag. And look, even their example looks crochet. I wonder if it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. So that's the part about the purse straps. That's the part about the purse handles. Durability, construction, that's going to be one of the most important things here, okay? So think about that first and foremost, and then think about fit, think about look, think about feel, think about all of that. Because, I mean, really your purse strap, again, this is a little thin. I might take this out and redo this and do about 10 because just because there's a little bit of extra. You know, I've got some extra space right here, so I could make this a little wider. That, and I kind of like wider purse straps for bigger bags. And she's big, she's hefty. Look at that. I love it. But really what I like about this is you're really only using this down. So I love that this extra fabric up here, it's just for looks. So really you're just, you know, this down here is what you're using, but I like that heftiness. Okay. All right. So I haven't chatted with you guys in a minute. So let's see who else is here and what you guys are saying. And man, we've had a lot going on since I checked in last. So I don't know what you guys are going to say. And remember, guys, shopping spree for somebody in the comments. All you guys have to do for a chance to enter that $50 shopping spree is just drop a comment, okay? Dawn Tennyson is here. Jess is here. Andre is here. Thank you for this walkthrough. Shalina, I love Granny Square patterns. Dawn Tennyson says you're so sweet. Jess was excited. Kathy is here. Hello, Kathy. Kathy says very excited that I'm here in time for the live. Yeah, today we did not know we were babysitting today. It was just, well, you know, it was kind of a last minute thing. So I was like, I don't know when I'm doing the live. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I thought it was nap time. I thought it was safe, but it was not nap time. So, you know, that's kind of why. I don't know. Sometimes life just happens in with the live, and I appreciate it if you guys are nice about it. Hello, Lisa. Good to see you. Jess is here. Hey, Margaret. So good to see you. Amanda Woodbury says, "Oh, babies are the best." Yeah, they really are. Grandkids are the best. Dawn is here. All right. Okay. Everybody's being nice. Okay. Yep. Mom and grandma moments. That's how it goes. Lisa's here. Oh, that's so cute. Grandbabies are the best. Yeah. Amy's life. Yep. It certainly does. Oh, hello, Debbie from Louisiana. So good to see you. Andre, this is a beautiful live. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. You guys are getting so much more than just crochet tips and tricks. You guys really are. Hello, Amy. Amy says, I loved what the slip stitch did to the edge. Yes, absolutely. It's just one of those finishing touches to where you're not going to see it, but you're not really going to see it, right? It's not really something you can see, but it's just adding to that durability in terms of the construction. You know, it's a bag. You're going to be putting stuff in it. You're going to be taking stuff out. You're going to be opening it and closing it. And really that slip stitch edge just really kind of like cinches it in and just holds it in place. And that way it's not going to stretch and lose its shape over time. So it's just kind of one of those little finishing touches that that adds in that bit that makes you feel like you made something that's going to last. Yep, that's what it is. That's what it is. Dawn says, clever to not have the strap stretchy. Yeah, you do not want a stretchy bag or a stretchy strap. You just don't. It's going to do that naturally anyway because you're creating fabric, especially when you're creating fabric that has holes in it. It's going to stretch. It's going to have some give. But what you want to do is minimize that as much as possible because you don't want to put all this time and effort into making a bag and you put a few things in there and use it one time and it stretches so much that you're like, well, that was fun while it lasted for 10 minutes. You don't want that. So you want to create dense fabric. You don't want it to have stretchiness. You want to take all of that out because it's going to have give over time, but you want to minimize that as much as possible. Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Brenda Allison. So good to see you. Dawn says purse hardware is so fun. It really can be fun. And I love little things like this. I love incorporating little trinkets like this and little clasps and closures and things. And so I think this is the perfect kind of style. This is the perfect kind of bag for you to play around with different things. And like I said, the very first thing that I said about this was if you're not sure and you don't really know, and you're like, I'm just not going to add anything extra, put that slip stitch border on. You're going to do it on both sides. Leave your tails long. And that way, if you're like, you know what, I do want to add something, you can just take those knots out, undo those sections, and then add in whatever kind of strap you want to add in. Dana says, I like the slip stitch on the back loop only option. Dawn says it looks like Tunisian. It really does. It really does create this knit look, like this kind of lanyard fabric. I mean, it just creates this really beautiful look that I think, it's my opinion, that it pairs really nicely with different kinds of fabric. It doesn't look like it's an addition, like, or it doesn't look like an afterthought. That's what I mean. It looks purposeful. These two fabrics together, in my opinion, look purposeful. I'm not knocking on single crochet in terms of the purse straps, but when I put this, remember this is the chain 30 and then make 3 rows of single crochet. It looks like 3 rows of single crochet, and that's not my favorite. If it's your favorite and you want to do that, I'm not going to say anything bad about it because this is about you and creating something that you love. Same thing with this. I don't hate this. I like this over this, but this is 3 single crochet over, I don't know, 40 rows or something like that. And in my mind, it looks like rows of single crochet. So whenever I'm creating really small pieces of fabric, really small additions, I'm really careful about what that fabric looks like because I want it to look like it's part of the design, not something that I was like, I think it needs something, I'm going to put this on. So that's why I'm so choosy about trying different things until I find something that I like. Jess says, I think I like that last one best. Yeah, you can get all the details whenever you click on the link in the video description and you check out my Ravelry project. I told you guys what I did right there, so you guys definitely have those notes. And let me know if you have any questions. Kathy, yep, I love the one with the hardware so much. Yeah, me too. I'll see if I can add that hardware to the shopping list that I'm going to share with you guys. And that way you at least, have an idea what I used. And if you want to try and pick it up locally, you guys can. Absolutely. Bobby is here. Just seeing you were live. I'll have to watch the replay. Yep, the replay is just as good. Dawn likes the wooden beads. Me too. And I love that this is a 6-pack. So, I mean, I could make 6 different, market bag totes with this. And the price is ridiculous. So I really loved that. Or you can just buy like kind of a single set in this single color if you want to. So many options. Hello, Aurora. Good to see you too. Dawn says so fun. Amanda says I will definitely write up my handle in the notes. Yeah. If you guys do anything different with your bag, or not, maybe you follow the bag exactly as it's written, definitely post your project to Ravelry because there's so much that we can learn from it. Oh, this is exactly what it looks like in that yarn or in that color or with this join or with that join or with this addition. So any kind of additions or variations, this particular project is so simplistic that there is so much room for you to try new things. So just let us know what they are so that we can, kind of get inspired. Absolutely. Bobby says, I'm going to do a crochet strap. Keep us posted. Dawn says, I had a strap once that when I put stuff into it, it fell to the floor. Yeah, absolutely. And so that's why I talk so much about what yarn to use and creating a tight fabric and really going down a few sizes in crochet hook. And you want to create that tight, dense fabric for that very reason. You don't want the first time you use this tote bag to be your last. So yeah, so many of you were like, oh man, I didn't meet gauge, or my size is so much smaller than yours, I got to take it out. Good. Leave it. It's okay if it's smaller. It's okay if it's a dense fabric. Leave it. I love it. It's perfect. All right, last comment that I see is from Amy. I have some hardware I might use. Maybe some 1-inch metal rings would look cool. Yeah, absolutely. Play around with different hardware that you find either, in your local fabric or yarn shop, or play around with some things on, that you can find online. I think that once just seeing that this is an option, just seeing what you can do, maybe that'll give you some inspiration for trying something really new and different, right? Okay, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. This is your last chance to leave those comments in for a chance to win that $50 shopping spree. I'm going to randomly pick one of you guys as soon as this live is over to win, and I'm going to leave you a comment with instructions to claim that prize. Okay, guys, this is the last part of the crochet along where we are actually crocheting along together. I have just finished my bag, but if you're following along, you still got time. Don't worry about it. You do whatever you need to do on your own timeline. Everything's available to binge. Whenever you click on the link in the video description, everything's there for you. And this time next week, we're going to be doing a finishing party together. We're going to be looking through all of the different projects. We have over 80 so far. And I'm going to randomly pick some of those people who posted their projects to win some stuff. So there's going to be some prizes for participation. So definitely take part in that. Okay. All right, everybody. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys are enjoying this crochet along. I love doing crochet alongs, especially like this. So keep us posted. Show us your progress, post your projects, and let us know if you have any questions. All right. Peace, love, crochet, everybody. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Bye-bye.